Welcome to Bolt Boiler. This is our first demonstration of how the Bolt system works and how it integrates a battery into your home. This one here is our 16 kilowatt version. This draws 12 kilowatts from the mains and 4 kilowatts from a battery. We also have a 20 kilowatt version, and we have another 4 kilowatt version, which can add 8 kilowatts worth of battery to it to give you 12 kilowatts of heating for low power houses or off the grid houses. Also works great for caravans. So let's talk a bit about the pipework first. We have flow and return for the radiator system. This also works with underfloor heating. And then we have cold water in and hot water out for your showers, your taps, your baths, any sort of hot water outlet that you need, you can run from Bolt with its battery. The camera set up here to show you the screen as I manipulate it. I have an ammeter here to show you the real-time current draw, and I've got a shower system just here to demonstrate the hot water usage, and the radiator is just there, and hopefully we can show you exactly how the system works. Let's start with the central heating. I'm going to turn the central heating on by clicking this button, and I can adjust the temperature to whatever I want. So it's on 75 degrees now, and you'll hear the pump kick in. Let's turn the ammeter on. You'll see that jump up to 25 amps when it needs to. So 25 amps here, just kicked in. On here we can see 6 kilowatts of heating being used. That means the system is now running and the radiator is now getting hot. I can then go on home and click on the shower. So enable the shower, and I'm going to turn it up to full. So that's at 55 degrees. So I'm now going to go on info so I can display on this camera all of the settings. We can look at the flow rate, the pressure, and the kilowatts online. So here we can see there's 6 kilowatts online on average for the central heating system. So if I go over here and turn on the shower, you can see we've got a nice flow going. We can actually check what that flow rate is. On here, we are getting 8 liters per minute, and we've got 12 kilowatts online. We are currently at 50 degrees on the shower outlet, and the shower head tap is modulating that down. Now, the clever thing about Bolt is the heat exchanger actually allows you to draw heat away from the radiator system. So when you turn on the hot water, not only do you get the heat from the heaters and the clever heat exchanger, it also draws heat from the radiator system, so you get double the heating, even without the battery. So let's turn the shower off and see what the system does. So the shower is now off. And you can see here, you see the system dropped back to 6 kilowatts, which means it's just the central heating on at the moment. And our flow rate's gone to 0, which means we're now just purely on heating. So we can swap between the showers and the heating side very easily. In fact, if you have a look here, it was so steamy that we're actually getting some nice steam building up on our showroom window just from the amount of heat that the shower head gave off there. Next, let's show you the battery. This is the battery system just here. This is a 2 kilowatt pack, and it'll give you an extra 4 kilowatts for half an hour, which means you can have a half an hour shower. And then using our fast charger, which can be seen here, we can charge it up in about 2 hours, or we can charge it up in about 4 hours with solar. You can have solar and the fast charger at the same time, and you can set the times at which you want either to come on. So you can set the fast charger to come on at low tariff times when it's 7p per kilowatt, and you can set the solar to come on during the day. All of it can be configured through the app. You're going to grab the end with a data cable and the power cable, and you're going to connect it up at the top. So the data goes in here, and the power plugs into the back here. I need 2 hands to do this, so I'm just going to put you down for a second. We now have our power in and our data in, and we have our fast charger wired up here. So if I go down to here, you'll see we have nothing on the battery voltages, but if I go to settings and I go enable battery, this will now turn on the battery. You can see here, battery capacity will then jump up to the capacity that we're at. So that's around 40%. And if you go on info, you can see the battery voltage is 75.6 and the state of charge is 43.9%. We still have 6 kilowatts online. Let's actually turn that off because we don't need it. And let's go into here and we can go grid charge. So we'll go grid charge. So if we go to info, we can force override the grid charge. So right now I'm overriding the time control. You should hear a click and you should see the charger now come online and charge the battery. So we can now see the fast charger is now kicked in and we are charging with 23 amps to the battery at around 76 volts. Right, so battery is now on. How do I enable my shower to actually use the battery? I know what you're thinking. So I'm going to turn the shower on here. And what you're going to see is you're going to see 8 liters per minute, 12 kilowatts online, right? Now, if I turn on another tap here and I pull the flow rate above 10 liters per minute, so we're at 40 now, you can see the current from the battery is now at 53 amps. And we're now drawing 16 kilowatts. Let me just double check that. Current from the battery. And of course, we are indeed drawing, oh, it's on AC, let's go to DC, 54 amps. 50 amps from the battery. And I'm drawing 45 amps, 46 amps from the battery. You can see here on the info, we're drawing 54 amps, 16 kilowatts, and we can see the battery voltage is dropping and the state of charge is dropping. So if I turn off this tap here, and I turn off the shower, the battery will turn off, and then the battery will then continue to charge via our fast charger here. So this will then charge in about an hour and a half to full, and then you can go again for your shower. But of course, if you do want to just run another tap, even though you haven't fully charged, the fast charger will stop. The battery will then kick online. We're now drawing 53 amps from the battery. 16 kilowatts going into the tap, and our flow is at 14 liters per minute. And what temperature are we recording? We're recording 43 degrees. And of course, if I stop the tap, the battery will turn offline and we'll re-enable the fast charger.